Hi, I'm Brian Snowden, and I'm down here at the Elite Series on Bull Shoals Lake. And what I'd like to talk to you guys about, everyone asks me, how do you catch fish on these Ozark lakes? And we've got some of the best Ozark lakes around in this Bull Shoals, North Fork, Table Rock, Beaver. But most people just have a little trouble with clear water. You know, in the springtime, like what we're doing now for this elite event here on North Fork and Bull Shoals, the fish are moving up shallow, trying to spawn. And one of the things I found that really helps me a lot and works well on all of these Ozark bodies of water is to stay back off those fish. You might see them on the nest and mark them, but then make sure you stay off where you can barely see that nest. And I like to cast small things such as a tube, finesse worm, that on a light spinning rod, you know, with 6 to 8 pound line, tends to get those bites much quicker than any of that big stuff. So when you're fishing the Ozarks, back off of those sight fish a little bit, use small, light line, and you'll get a lot more bites.
How many, when they are locked on the beds, I mean, how long will you give them before you move on to another fish?
Well, that all depends on the size. You know, when you're tournament fishing, you're trying to catch some of the larger sight fish, and sometimes those will take up to an hour to catch. Usually, if that fish stays around that nesting area, then I'm going to stay there and try and catch him for at least 30 or 40 minutes, especially if he's over 4 pounds.
In this clear water, will you spook the fish even if you stay back with just by casting onto his nest? I mean, are there sometimes
you know, each fish is kind of like a person. They have their own mood. Some fish are going to be real spooky, and as soon as that lure hits the water, they take off. Those are fish that I usually bypass even if they're large. I want a fish that I can cast a lure to and he stays within that area where he's bedding and doesn't dart off and take him 15 minutes to come back. Those fish are real difficult. So as long as he comes back within a foot or two of his actual nest, I like to stay and try and catch those bigger fish.
How many bedding fish do you mark them on your GPS and then come back to them during
Right, when I'm sight fishing, yes, I'm really looking for areas, and then I'm definitely going to mark some of the larger fish. But a lot of times when you're sight fishing in a tournament, especially if it's a multi-day tournament, you're going to have to find new fish each day.